What's up, y'all? What's up? All right. So you just received your last packet, okay, for this year. Okay. Yes, it is a lot. Yes, there is a lot in there. Okay. But let me explain a couple things about the packet first before we get into this video. All right. So if you look at the first page, okay, if you look at the first 2 pages, okay, it breaks it down. Okay, don't attempt to do all this at one time. Okay, don't do it. So for today is just this part right here. 6-1 recap and the Sandy's Beach practice. Just do day by day. Now, at the bottom, right here, it says for extra credit, if you do all 5 of these things and you get it turned in before May 18th, I will give you a free 100. Or I will look at your lowest grade and I will change it. Okay? This is optional. This is probably about like a quarter of the packet. Okay? Alright. So what we're going to be doing every day is I'm going to come on, I'll make a video for you, and I'm just going to explain the recaps. Okay? The other pages, you're on your own. But if you've got questions, I'll help you. And here we go. So today we're going to be doing SOL 6.1. Okay? So SOL 6.1 is all dealing with ratios. Okay? Ratios. Okay? So what you've got to remember is a ratio is a comparison of two quantities. And you can write it 3 different ways. You can write it as a fraction. You can use the colon, or is that called the dot dot? Or you can use the word to. Okay? Now, you can also see it as different parts. You can see it as a part to part, as in, like, for example, cats to dogs or dogs to cats. Or you can see it as a part to a whole, like, for example, dogs to animals. Okay? We're not going to worry about these 2 for right now. Okay, that will come on later on. Okay? Alright, so here we go. So let's go through the practice together. And if you get stuck, message me in classroom, email me, hit me up. Okay? Alright, here we go. So number 1, the table shows the number of movies in Jason's collections. So he has 15 action, 8 horror, 12 comedy, and 5 drama. What is the ratio of action movies to all movies? Okay. Action to all movies. Okay. So when I see that all, I know I'm going to have to add all these together first. Okay. So I'm going to go 15 plus 12 plus 8 plus 5. Okay. To help myself out even more, I'm going to bind those 2 together because that's 13. So I have 15 plus 12 plus 13. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Or you can even say 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry it up. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, so there are 40 movies altogether, and we're going to compare that to action. Okay? So there are 15 actions, so I can write that ratio as 15 to 40, 15 dot dot 40, 15 to 40. Okay? Now, I don't really see that in any of my answers. So what I'm probably going to need to do is write this in simplest form. Okay? So I'm going to look at both of these numbers. And I'm going to think of what is some greatest common factors that I can divide into 15 and 40. Well, I know the biggest one off the top of my head right now is 5. Okay? 15 divided by 5 is 3. 40 divided by 5 is 8. Do I have 3 to 8? Yes, I do. There we go. All right, number 2. What is the ratio of X's to O's in simplest form? Keywords right here. In simplest form. Okay? In simplest form. So first I really need to count how many X's I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. X's is in front. So I'm going to put 12 on top. I'm going to write it as a fraction. And then I want to count O's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have the ratio of 12 to 8. Okay? But again, they want it in simplest form. Okay? So I need to simplify down 12 to 8. Well, first thing I could probably do is divide by 2. Because they're both even. So that would go 6 to 4. Well, I can divide that again by 2. And that will go 3 to 2. Okay, so I got to look. Do I have 3 to 2? Yes, I do. Okay. What's wrong with A? Okay, well, I have both my numbers 2 and 3, but here's the thing. If I were to do that, that should be reading O's to X's. I wanted X's to O's. Okay. All right, here we go. Number 3. A surf shop sells 35 t-shirts and 10 hats every day. What is the ratio of hats to t-shirts? Okay, so I'm going to put 10 on top, 35 on bottom. Okay, well, I don't have the answer 10 to 35, so I'm more than likely going to need to simplify this fraction down. Well, I know since I have a 0 and a 5, I can divide both of them by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 35 divided by 5 is 7. Do I have the ratio 2 to 7? Yes, I do. Okay. Yes, I do. All right, number 4. Identify all the ratios that can be used to represent the number of laps to the number of minutes in the following word problem. Sarah can swim 12 laps in 4 minutes. Sarah can swim 4 laps in 12 minutes. Now, this is what is called a ratio. We can also call this what's called a rate. Okay? Think back when we talked about rates not too long ago. A rate is a ratio comparing two different things that are not the same thing. Laps and minutes are not the same thing. Okay? So I can write that ratio as 12 laps to 4 minutes. Okay? Now, if I wanted to, first I've got to figure out which of these 5, there could be more than one because it says all, can be used to also quantify this ratio. This is what's going to be called an equivalent ratio. Okay. Well, first thing I could probably do is simplify this down. Okay, I can divide both of them by 4, and that will give me 3 laps in 1 minute. Okay, 3 laps in 1 minute. Okay, well, that's not one of my answers, but that's going to help me out later on. Okay, so again, this is my rate. I can call this one my unit rate, because I'm comparing it to 1. Okay, all right. So now what I can do is I can multiply any number I want to this unit rate, and I should be able to find some other equivalent ratios. So I'm going to multiply by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. Look, do I have the ratio 6 to 2? Yes, I do. I can multiply by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 3 is 3. Do I have the ratio 9 to 3? No, I don't. All right, now my unit rate is 3 to 1, so I can go ahead and rule this one out. And I can go ahead and rule this one out. Okay, by 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. No. Times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. By 5. Nope. We're getting there. Okay, by 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 6 is 6. Well, there we go. Okay. Since this denominator is 8, let's multiply 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 1 times 8 is 8. And that works. So there's 3 other equivalent ratios would be 18 to 6, 24 to 8, and 6 to 2. Okay? All right, and number 5. Complete the table of equivalent ratios. We're just going to go ahead and mark that out, and I'm just going to stick with the ratios they gave me. Okay? I'm just going to fill in the table. Okay? So if I'm going to start with the ratio 2 to 9, they give it as a fraction. I can write it as a colon, 2.9. I can also write that as with the word 2, so 2 TO9. They give it to me as 4 to 12. I can write that as 4.12. I can also write that as a fraction, 4 to 12. And they give me the ratio 3 to 7 using the colon. I can write that with the word 2, 3 TO7. And I can write that as a fraction, 3 fraction bar 7. Okay. All right, and number 6, there are 14 frisbees and 16 boomerangs. Write at least 3 different relationships using ratios and explain your reasoning. We're going to take this one out. Okay, we're not going to worry about that one. Okay. So you can go ahead and cross out number 6. We're not going to worry about that one. All right. So that's the video for today. Okay, again, all you have to do is just the 6.1 review, and then the Standees Beach Stand questions, answer questions 1 through 5, and then you are done for today. Again, if you want to do these 5 things, they are for extra credit. Again, they have to be finished by May 18th. Okay? All right. That's the video for today. I got told to tell you all about a friend of mine. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with the next video. All right. Peace.